Hello and welcome to your 7th tutorial on how to create an FPS game. So yeah, let's open up Unity as always. Great, now what we're going to be doing today is getting a bit into AI programming, and we're going to make our AI simply move into forward until it hits a wall or something that blocks it, and once it does that, it will turn in the other direction, so it won't get stuck or anything. So to do that, we'll first have to create the script. So go to your project window, create JavaScript, and call it AI move. Right, now once you've done that, drag it into the scripts folder and drag it onto your AI. Hold on. Just like that. So you have it here. Once you've done those two, open it in the scripts editor by double clicking it. Wonderful. Now, first of all, we have to declare variables. So the variables we want to actually make available for the developer is speed. Of course, make that type float equal by default 10. And then var sight range, which is how far the AI will see. We want to make that a float too and set it equal to 5. Perfect. Now, to move the AI, we will not just transform its position. We will make it more dynamic, and we'll use the character controller. Now, the character controller is also the way you move the player, but it can also be used for moving AIs just as well. So, first we'll attach this character controller to the AI. So go Components, Physics, Character Controller, and then click Replace, and that will replace your capsule collider because character controller comes with a capsule collider or any collider you have on it. So now open this, and now first we need to reference our controller. So var controller equals get component, and now we don't need brackets because it's a default component. Character controller. There we go. Just like that. Now next we will need like a temporary variable to hold our speed variable. So we're gonna call it var velocity equals speed. Perfect. Now we do this, and not just let you go to speed because we want to keep speed the same. If we want to play around with speed, make it slower or faster, and we don't want to lose that first value that we had. So after this, we'll double space, and now we're getting to the detecting what's in front of us. And we're going to do that by raycasting straight forward from the object. And if that returns true, we're just going to rotate. So to do that, we type if physics dot raycast, and now we're going to need a forward variable. But before that, we first need to tell it where to raycast from, where it starts from. So that's going to be transform dot position. We want to start it from this position, and we want to make it to var. That stands for forward equals transform direction vector 3 dot forward. Now you don't really need to know what this line is. All you need to know is that it gets the forward direction of the current object. So next we're going to type in forward, and now we want to take note of what we hit, so we're going to put that in the hit variable, which we will declare right up here too. Var hit is a raycast hit. Great. And now finally we put the sight range, which is how far the raycast will go. Great. Now we want to do, if this returns true, we want to rotate it. So we do that by typing transform, accessing our current object, dot rotate. Want to rotate that. Now we want to rotate it by 90 degrees. So we're going to type 90 on the Y. But also we don't want it to rotate like a robot, but more smoothly. So we'll times that by time dot delta time. So now this will make the rotation more smoother, but it will also make it slower. So we need to increase the speed by timing it by 20. You can play with this. This is basically the turn speed, so yeah. Now end this, save. Great. Now last but not least, we need to tell it to move forward while it's updating the frame. So we'll access our controller for this. Controller dot, now we want to use a move function inside the controller. Move. All this takes is a vector 3, which is like a point in a 3D world. So we're going to use forward for that. So that's the direction. Now we're going to times that by the velocity, which is the speed. And we're going to make it smoother by time dot delta time. Is that perfect? Now this should work. So let's try that out. Oh wait, but first, before we can actually try it out, we have to give it a wall to stand in front of. So we're going to make another cube. Look at it from top view. Drag it right to the middle here. And then scale it on the X by 50, because that is the scale of this cube. Now scale it on the Y, give it some height by 10. Now notice this is going to be a bit down, so we have to drag it up. And just, make sure it's in the correct position. Whoa, it's a bad perspective. Just like that. Now, duplicate it or create a new cube. And from its position, rotate it on the Y by 90. Great. Now put that right there. Awesome. Now, let's see and test that out. There we go. Now you see whenever he hits a wall, he just turns. Now there's no wall, so he's just gonna go and keep on going. We need to fix that, don't we? Alright, so that's all for now, and see you next tutorial. Bye bye.